They say that Moldova is the least visited country in all of Europe. And there's nothing to do here. I am gonna prove them wrong, guys. Today, I'm gonna show you the best of Chișinău and maybe why you should think about coming here on your way to Ukraine. Stopping for a day. No, but really, let's go start with some coffee. I'm gonna check some, do a little bit of work, see if how their digital nomad situation will be like, how their Wi-Fi situation is, and then we'll meet up with Alex again and keep going. So supposedly, a place called Andy's Pizza would be the spot to do some work. That's right. Hello. Good morning. Well, Andy's Pizza doesn't open until 9 a.m. so I gotta find a different place. It looks pretty cool though. So let's see if we can go to this New York restaurant and bar. Looks like a nice spot. Maybe a little bit too nice. I don't know if it's open. Hi, good morning. Can I sit anywhere? Yeah, okay. Thank you. Alright, this is a super nice spot. So I ended up in this super nice spot, which is actually part of the Radisson Hotel. So maybe actually a little bit too nice. I haven't seen what the bill's gonna be yet. Alright, so this is some type of potato casserole. Looks pretty good. This was 175 Moldovan, which is about $9, not too bad. I just hope they didn't overcharge me for the water, because I just realized, I thought it was a local brand, when it's fucking Evian. So, as suspected, they charged me like $10 for the 2 waters, which is more than the breakfast, which is the same as breakfast. So it ended up being a $20 breakfast, which in the US would be not, you know, it's fine, right, for being at a restaurant. But we're in Moldova, where people make that in a day. And so they know that they're ripping you off. It's really just to rip off these guests that stay at the Radisson, because they're probably like business tourists. It's like, oh yeah, 20 bucks for breakfast, that's fine. I think the reason why I'm super annoyed is they have local Moldovan water. Like, you don't need to serve guests Evian. Like, I don't fucking want Evian. I hardly want it when I'm in France. Why would I want it when I'm in Moldova? It's literally just to like rack up the bill. Anyways, now I need to change some money. Oh, so the other reason why I'm harping on this, I'm really pissed, is for 375 Moldovan lei, for the exact same price, or for 350 Moldovan lei for less, I could have had the breakfast buffet at the Radisson next door, and it looked really nice. And that would have included all you can drink coffees and waters and drinks and juices and much better food as well. That's why I'm pissed, because if I was going to spend 375 anyways, I would have had a nice breakfast buffet at that nice hotel and not a shitty dry potato thing and got charged $10 for water. That's why I'm pissed, guys. So now I need to change a bit of cash. Let's see what the rate is. 19 to the dollar. Alright, where are we? Here we go. Basically 20 to the dollar. Moldovan lei looks like about 20 bucks worth. I feel like this could be some kind of music video in Moldova. Bye bye. Alright guys, I'm checking out of my hostel. Alright, and I think here is Alex. This car is always easy to spot because of the wheelchair holder. Yo.
Morning.
What's up?
Let's go, man.
Morning. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, not bad.
First day in Chișinău.
I know, right? It's the first time that I see this city in daylight.
Oh, let's explore.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Nice little booksellers here. You know, Chișinău kind of reminds me of the Oblast of Kiev. Kind of like outside of the city center. It looks almost exactly the same. Like, and this could be in Kharkiv. So if you look at the flag, you can see Moldova.
Brutalist design of the windows.
Yeah, but it's so small, right? Like a small brutalism. It's weird. Like it should be that, but like 20 stories high.
He's there to tell you that it was definitely a socialist design for sure.
Yeah. So many moms with their kids walking around, which is nice. One of the things I like about living in Ukraine, and I guess here as well, is you just see like families walking around, which is nice. I think in the U.S., I'm sure there's people, people have kids, but they're just always in a car. So like it doesn't feel like a family city, like a family-friendly city, Like, what is it like in Romania? I guess people can't really walk anywhere. It's too big, right? Everything's too spread apart.
What I really found is that, in Romania, it's so easy to walk from place A to place B, and reason being, villages are not that far away from each other.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, if you're talking about big cities, nobody takes a car or a bus or whatever to get there. But in Ukraine, for instance, everything is so spaced out. We were talking about this the other day, that you would drive so many tens of kilometers through nothingness before you reach a small village. We were picking up a homeless lady yesterday in Ukraine because I just saw her in the middle of nowhere, and I was like, yeah, there was no way for her to get to the nearest gas station or somewhere that she can get food. And that's what I found in Romania. It's so difficult to find this nothingness. You would bump into a village or a settlement or something's happening. You're never kind of alone.
Yeah, Ukraine is a really big country.
It's a huge country.
And there's only so many, capital cities or big cities.
Yeah.
Look at this thing, whatever that is. I don't think we can stop there though. It's pretty guarded.
I don't know what that is actually. It's some sort of or something.
Yeah. By the way, you went to Ukraine as well?
Yep. Of course.
Was it your first time?
No, we've been to Ukraine like last September as well.
Oh yeah.
Just fell in love and came again.
Oh.
And what is actually fun is that we tried to cross into Moldova from Romania, and they were like, "Oh, you have a British car? Yeah, nah, you can't come in." And I was like, "Why?" They were like, "Yeah, but your insurance and everything, of course. I don't think the UK issues the green cards anymore because they're out of the EU or something like that. I don't know." And I was like, "Well, that's the only documents that we have." Yeah. And Moldovians were like, "No, we can't let you in." I was like, "Well, I've been to Ukraine before." And they said, "Well, Ukraine is a different country. We're Moldova." And I was like, "Really? So we can cross into Ukraine?" And we did that. We took the ferry from Romania to Ukraine, no problem whatsoever. And we tried to get into Kherson, that was closed. And we tried once again to cross into Moldova yesterday, and we were successful this time. So it was kind of a weird effect that we couldn't cross from Romania.
By the way, this crazy guy thought it'd be a good idea to go to Kherson the day after they're liberated to celebrate with them. I didn't want to tell you not to do it, but I was like, you know what? In my mind, I was like, there's no way they're gonna let you through because it's so booby trapped still with like mines and everything.
I know, but I always said this on my death stone. I don't think it's gonna be written death by the Russians or I don't know.
My friend got hit by a Russian mine.
Really?
Yeah, Brandon, the medic.
I might need to take that back actually.
Yeah, so be careful, guys. Don't drive into danger zones before they get cleared out.
Not gonna happen.
Stopping and getting little supplies. Do you want anything?
Good.
Yeah, we're good. You don't want water? Wow. Just outside of Chișinău Center is beautiful lake. That's one thing that's really nice about Moldova is there's nature like really close to everywhere. In the summer, people actually go camping. Maybe actually people are here just hanging out fishing by the lake right now. I'm just saying, like, this really looks like we're in some like village now. Like, look at these houses even. Like a little castle on the left.
Maybe on the way back we should actually go in and see what's up in this village.
Say hi to these people. See if we can stay for lunch.
I do find a similarity between this and Romania in the sense that you have these big houses and you have the poor ones, like they're not even hooked up to electricity. And there's this big difference between the rich and the poor, and that is very obvious in places like Romania. I see Moldova as well. The extremes.
Lots of goats everywhere. In the village of Suanacini, just outside of Chișinău.
That was gonna happen. They always target me.
Yeah? Oh, it's because you have UK plates.
Da, o secundă. Poți să-i dai... Vineta e pe mail-ul meu. O secundă.
Carte verde nu scrie M de Republica Moldova, ori România, ori...
Da, dar aici scrie... Aici scrie practic confirmarea poliției de asigurare și tot.
Eu v-am înțeles, noi vorbim, am de cartea verde.
Alright, so we just got pulled over for driving on the wrong side of the road. No. But yeah, they actually pulled over a bunch of people in front of us. I think that this was just like one of the stops to try to get money out of people. And what?
Get a shot?
And they did?
They did actually. They fined me 1,500 Moldovan lei, which is like 70 euros or something. And they're giving me 3 penalty points on my driving license.
But you have a UK license or a Romanian license?
I have a UK license, so I don't know how that works.
Yeah, what do they have? They're not connected.
They're not, so I don't know. I got no idea. But I have insurance that covers me in many countries, but they specifically wanted one that says Moldova.
Yeah. Well. So I've always thought it'd be fun to do road trip through Europe, but then I realized every country you drive through has different rules and these different stuff. It seems like such a pain in the ass.
Do you think he wanted a bribe?
Yeah, he wanted a bribe.
I should have.
No.
Is it too late? No, it's too late
Now
actually.
it's-
He's doing
yeah.
the paperwork.
You probably
Da, dar unde e
Unde stau? În România.
România, da? La bancă.
okay. So he reduced the penalty?
Yeah,
That's good.
he reduced it. I was like, can I pay to you directly, cash? And he was like, no, that's not possible. You gotta go to the
Oh,
bank.
yes, that's like
Okay.
18 euros or something.
So
Oh, that's all right.
yeah, no, he gave me the least.
Oh, nice.
that he-
And you know what? Turns out he was honest.
And then he was like, I'm not saying it just for the sake of it, but for you as well, just so you're covered. Go to Chișinău and get a cover for Moldova because this doesn't cover you. I know it does, but I have no way to prove it. And I was so unprepared for this trip. I should have got a letter that actually specifically says Moldova.
You have a driving license back.
Yeah, I'm giving the driving license back.
Oh.
With 3 points on it.
Ah, well, there's zero chance.
It's a little bit
Maybe
heavier.
imaginable.
It's a little bit heavier.
Alright, we turn off this little lane. Just, a little off-road action now.
And we're crossing district.
Oh, over here. Okay. So you know you're on the right track. So if I can get this shutter speed to stop flickering, we're going to the Soviet Open-Air Museum of Petrol Kostin.
Let's just see what's down there.
Yeah. Petrol Kostin. Oh my god.
It's had worse, trust me, it's had worse. Oh, there it is. Look at the helicopters.
Oh my god, I'm excited for this. Ooh, Moldovan adventure. This is cool, guys. Bold would be so jealous of this.
Casa de locuit. I doubt that's the case. It's a house to live. That's what it says. And the bees in acrylic.
This is so cool, guys.
Can we just park up here?
I think you can
I
park
suppose.
anywhere. Yeah. Guys, I'm so excited.
Look at that.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh. The guard dogs have arrived.
Oh, is that a dog?
This Soviet attack dogs.
Yeah, look at that. Can we adopt this dog?
Yeah, there's another one.
Is there? Hey, it's a puppy. Oh, she's pissed on me.
You got attacked.
She's pissed on me. He's gonna piss on me. Hey. Oh, he's pissing someone. Jesus Christ. I got Moldovan dog piss on me.
Oh, that's so funny. She's just too excited.
Yeah. Sure. Hey, how's it going?
Oh,
No,
hey,
just
buddy.
a little bit on my boots.
Hey, buddy. Oh, it's so cool.
I would love to have this dog. Actually.
Yeah. Even if it pees on you?
We should really take him. You think they're homeless?
No.
Are they not?
They belong to the museum.
Oh, do they?
I don't know. It's cute though.
I woke up early this morning
Uh-huh.
and I got this jacket.
Oh, you bought the jacket today?
So I am, yeah, but I can't get it. Oh, look how many. So they're bringing all of them over.
Oh my god, there's so many. How many freaking
Oh,
dogs
there's
are
another
there?
one. Jesus, that is a cute one. They're all different.
Yeah.
Oh, this one has a broken leg actually.
Yeah.
He has a broken leg.
No.
No.
Hey, pachimu,
No,
pachimu,
gonna
pachimu.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
It's okay. Здравствуйте. Hey, почему нет?
No.
Нет. Ты хороший, да?
Гайду, вредина маленькая.
Маленькая, да?
Бобики.
Как зовут?
Бобики.
Бабки.
А это гайду. Желтенький.
Oh. Show собака твоя... It's your dog? Show собака твоя или...
Моя собака.
Моя. Show. Много.
Много.
О, круто.
Как
круто.
старый это?
Как старая, она молоденькая, в прошлом году.
Wanna go?
Yeah, let's go. Check it out. Okay. Let's go check out the museum. Давай. Давай, бабочки. Guys, if you're a fan of old Soviet shit, this is the place for you. Guarantee it. Look at this, guys. What is this? He's entrapped in wood. So many things. Это очень круто. Очень круто.
Старая подтверждение.
Подтверждение?
Да.
It's 40.
Подтверждение.
So it's 120 for all of us.
Okay.
Entrance fee.
Okay, I'll pay it.
No, it's fine. We got some cash. You have cash? Yeah.
Oh no, you know what? You drove, so let me Спасибо. Спасибо.
I'll give you mine.
That's okay, don't worry. Don't worry.
Спасибо вам тоже.
Okay. Спасибо.
Care este povestea parcului? De ce nu?
So this says to the participants, or the defenders of this area, the headless statue, probably the unknown soldier. I don't know if this is supposed to be a mound like that. This is when Bald would be very helpful. I'm sure he would know exactly what all this stuff is. And unfortunately, the internet, there's no reception here at all. So I'm not able to tell you everything, but I can tell you that those are definitely Lenin's heads there. And this is definitely an old Soviet helicopter. This is what they're flying now in Ukraine. Probably still today. It's crazy. The old babushka seats. How crazy is this, guys? There's actually another one of these open air museums just 5 kilometers away, but it's closed on Monday. So very lucky that at least this one was open. But if you like old Soviet stuff, this is definitely the country to be in, because Moldova probably has more of it just laying around than most former Soviet countries. I've never seen this much. Definitely not in Ukraine. And in Ukraine, it's going to be gone. Like it's and for good reason now. So this is a history, because who knows how long it's going to last here in Moldova still. Imagine how creepy this would be at night to be here. Even that old building there, it's so brutalist.
I was talking to the lady about the story of this place, and she says that pretty much all of the things that you see here, they're bought or acquired by her husband. And herself and her husband are actually gathering things from Moldova, things that you don't see on the streets anymore because they take them down, like maybe Soviet stuff and that sort of thing, and they just salvage them and put them here. Apart from the helicopters, they were about to be sent to the scrap metal, so they actually bought them at an auction and they put them here. So everything that you see on here was previously on the streets of Moldova somewhere. They were taken down, they got them, salvaged them, and here they are.
Wow, that's so cool.
I know.
So круто. So очень круто.
Спасибо. Стараемся.
And now the sun is up. Сейчас жарко.
Тепло.
Yeah, тепло, да?
Утром было холодно.
Жарко, what do you call it? How do you say the morning? Утро очень холодно.
Холодно, да.
Сейчас есть солнце, очень жарко.
Да, так. А вчера было целый день прохладно.
Yeah.
Definitely colder in the mornings for sure.
Yeah, it's nice now.
В среду будут морозы, сказали.
We can do it.
Пишите до отзели саки дам хлипов.
In 2 days it's gonna get really, really cold and icy, she says.
And icy.
Yes. Or ninja water?
Да, у спуска да.
Snow probably as well.
Wow. How crazy is this, right?
I
Like-
actually read that it's gonna be like 5 degrees and -5 in the night,
Yeah.
so it's gonna be super, super cold. This is
Yeah.
the last of fall that you're gonna see. It's gonna be winter
Yeah.
coming up.
Not ready for that.
It's so crazy, guys. Like in Moldova, you can experience this like sunny, hot. Like I'm too hot. I want to take this off. I feel like I can go to the pool today and sunbathe, maybe even swim in this river. But at the same time, 2 days from now, it's probably gonna be snowing. It's crazy. Basketball guy was
In a kids' summer camp.
uh-huh.
It's called Lago Pionero or something
Okay.
like that. So the Pionieri was they used to have that in Romania. They used to have like summer camps for kids. It was mainly to teach them like patriotic, poetry and that sort of thing, and sing-alongs and whatever. But it was mostly just like the eastern version of how do you call these?
Yeah, like kids camps. Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So basically, that's what they used to have there, and these ones were actually thrown as well. So they recovered them when they tried to these Sovietized cities. They threw
They put it
them
all
away.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine these being all over your city before? That's crazy. Deli Remo told me. Yeah.
Есть Горький.
Gorky. Oh, Gorky.
Максим Горький.
Okay.
Я у него не
From Gorky, from Gorky Park. The poet, I think. Tom Stalin. Actually, it looks like you.
Looks a bit like me.
Yeah.
A little bit. They all kind of look.
Well, because Stalin's always bald, I think. This little guy. This is this is the helmet they're using in Ukraine now. Still, the conscripts from Russia.
Și de asta.
So this
O
one is
pus
tumbling
aici.
up.
Da, să începem,
So that's
o
why
dăm
they-
cu apă. Trebuie să-l
Oh.
iei, dar până când nu iem, o pus așa.
So she's actually protecting him from the sun.
Îl proteja de soare cu asta sau?
Nu, el așa a pus să lucrează cu dânsul, cred că trebuie să-l iei și așa o tot.
Și le restaurează, practic?
Restaurează.
So he's actually in the process of restoring this
Oh.
one. He's starting to show a little bit of wear and tear, and
Să udă, să dispară.
so it gets wet. Of course, it does more damage. To it.
Oh wow, so that's actually protecting him.
Aici au fost mai mulți, dar ele, vedeți cum se face negru? Ia ca acolo, vedeți?
Da, da.
Trebuie să le urmă mai departe.
So she was saying how this one turns green and dark.
Yeah,
So they need to take it and restore it, because otherwise it'll
yeah,
suffer
get
permanent
worse.
damage.
El ceva le unge și pe urmă le desface.
He puts something on it,
Mhm.
and then he restores them
Oh,
back
nice.
to life.
Her husband, Mush, da? Toy Mush? No, no. This reminds me of those, those hand wrestling, arm wrestling championships.
actually. Because that's Skanderbeg pe aici, so you know, this is...
It's nice, like this.
A, să...
Okay,
Băroță,
do
am înțeles.
Okay.
We have a clear winner.
You should look up your skirt.
That's definitely a male dog.
Hey, that's his girlfriend. So Alex was asking her earlier why she decided to save all this, and she says that even though the city, the country is trying to de-Sovietize, just to try to forget the past, that she wants to save it because it's art, and it's up to the future generations and the people to look at it and judge if it was right or wrong in the past. She says it's not up to her to judge, but it's also not up to the current administration just to forget about the whole past and just wipe it clean and just throw it away, because that's also a tragedy. So that's why she wants to keep it, so people can remember and see what it was like and have this conversation. Remember the good times, and as well as all the bad times, to learn from history. Because there's definitely a lot of both. And as current history is telling us, a lot of the bad as well. But let's never forget. Yeah, she told you why they decided to restore all this and keep it?
She said that it was they felt so bad to see all of these things taken down and destroyed, and she said that it's still art, and regardless of anything that happens politically, art should still stay for people to admire it. And I didn't imagine this to be a family-run business. Like, you don't imagine that there's two old people manually restoring all of these statues, but it has such an interesting story, and it's actually a lot bigger. You said it's actually a lot bigger than I thought initially.
Yeah, I really think that if anyone's interested in seeing what kind of old Soviet stuff was like, if you're a fan of Ball and Bankrupt channel or kind of this old Soviet stuff, you need to come like this year now to see it, because I will guarantee you in 5 or 10 years, most of it is going to be gone. Russia jokes about denazifying Ukraine, which was completely stupid. But the de-Sovietizing of places, that's real. And whether it's for, good or bad reasons, it's going to happen. So I'll guarantee you all the former Soviet states are going to de-Sovietize. They're going to take down statues of Lenin, statues of all the old Soviets figures, and they were going to wipe it clean. This old SSSR plane. So fun fact, USSR in Cyrillic is spelled SSSR or CCCR. That's why you see it everywhere. It's beautiful up here. It's a really nice view. We picked the perfect day to come here,
I know, right? And I was thinking, actually, looking at these statues. If you visited Soviet Moldova before 1990, these are all statues that you would see on the streets, and now that you no longer see them, you wonder where they went. Well, they actually found a home here.
Yeah.
You would see this statue on the streets of Chișinău, maybe. Not a sight that you see today, for sure.
Yeah. Well, thank God.
For sure, yeah. But now they're appreciated for the art as opposed to what they were there for.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I don't know what they do with all the statues that they take down. Like, I understand why they don't want like a Russian leader's statue, or even there's one that I took down in Odessa recently. I think it was the Russian queen. Catherine, maybe.
Yes.
Catherine.
The one that founded Odessa, right?
Yeah.
Catherine, that, yeah.
So, I understand why they don't want Catherine. Is it Catherine the Great? I guess her statue in Odessa, because even though she was a huge part of the history of Odessa, by her standing in the middle of the city center, it makes Russia think this is still a Russian city. And actually, it was never a Russian city. It was the old USSR times. And those times are gone. You know, as much as like Moscow today likes to think that they are the USSR failed. And in 1991, it dissolved. Russia is just Russia. Russia isn't any better than any of the former Soviet, USSR countries. It's not any better than Ukraine. It's not any better than Lithuania or Latvia. All right, it's not any better than Moldova. It just happens to be a big powerhouse still. Or it's the same as why Mao isn't China, or Winnie the Pooh, Xi Jinping, isn't all of China, isn't all of Chinese history. He is the current communist leader of current mainland China, but that doesn't mean that everything, all Chinese history is there today. It's a small sliver of it. I can definitely see why they made these statues so big. It makes you feel so small and insignificant and unimportant when you look up a statue of Lenin like this. Look at these old Soviet cars. Can you imagine waiting 10 years to be able to buy one of these old crappy Soviet cars? But it was a way. It wasn't really just because there was not enough supply for demand. It was also just a way for USSR to keep you as a good worker, kind of force you to be part of the team, you know.
Cars they used to manufacture in Romania, and part of their chassis was just, like cardboard.
Oh wow!
Because they try to make them lighter and cheaper. So whenever it would rain, if it was sitting outside for a long time in the rain, it'll just collapse.
Oh no, I think this is the opposite. This is just like pure steel.
This is pure steel.
And this glass,
that's not the case.
This glass looks like just like what you would use for like an aquarium or something.
Exactly.
Like a fish tank.
So this is regular glass that they use for the normal windows.
Yeah, you would definitely die in a car accident on the freeway.
Yeah, no seatbelt for sure.
Yeah.
Telling you that.
Old Soviet phone booth, better than the red British ones, right? No. Water pump, complete with fresh shit as well. Oh, look at this old water machine. Vada Trabos something water. So while we're here with these old Soviet cars, it reminds me of the three things that every good Soviet man dreamed of having: his own apartment or house, a dacha in the countryside, and his own automobile. like the freedom to be able to travel and go out. And to get it, the house it was given to you by being part of the Soviet Union. The dacha, which is kind of like a little farmhouse, was normally given to you by the place of work. And the car was the one thing that you can buy with money. But even if you had the cash, you couldn't just go to the dealership and buy it. You had to get on a wait list that took anywhere between 7 and 10 years for you to actually get it. And the way to speed it up is if you were a exceptional Soviet man. So you would be a veteran, you would fight, or if you would be one of the kind of team leads, I guess, whatever it was back in the factories. And it was just a incentive to work hard, work for the country, produce. And that's the reason why they have all these busts and everything as well. To kind of show one day you can also be forever encapsulated into stone if you are also a good comrade of the SSSR. But we all know how long that lasted. Definitely wasn't forever. Rotting away in some old babushka's backyard. So what'd you think of it?
I'm so happy to have discovered this place. I was actually expecting it to be a boring place.
I thought it was gonna be small. Like when I
Really?
So I'm super happy you found it. I think when I looked at the Google Maps,
Yeah.
and there's no website or anything, it's just a little Google Maps, and it showed like 1 or 2 pictures of like 1 or 2 things, and I was like, we will get there. It's gonna be some crappy park with like 1 thing,
Yeah.
but we've now spent like 2 hours here. It's amazing.
I was expecting it to be a free park, but one that is boring.
Yeah.
And it was actually the opposite of boring, and we still paid, but we paid like a
We
very...
paid 40 Moldovan each, which is only like $2 something, so it's very cheap.
Yeah, very
and
cheap.
I'm happy to pay it because that means that money is going to maintain this place, that it's actually going to go to keeping this place, you know, clean, but also they're doing restoration work, which is really cool.
There is so much work that goes on behind the scenes for sure.
Yeah. So I will tell you this now, guys. If you like old Soviet crap, if you like Bold Bankrupt's old videos, you will love this place. You have to come. Our amazing and talented videographer with dirty shoes, not muddy shoes.
She's gonna sleep well at night now that she's done for you.
Yeah, thank you. Mercy. Well, look what we found, guys.
This is basically saying eternal glory to the people of this village who fell near the Second World War. And presumably these are the names.
Yeah, and they still have the old USSR star as well. I'm surprised. This is Jersey cow. This one? That's a dental clinic. Maybe. What's it called? La Plancha?
La Placita.
That's here.
It's here.
Okay.
Oh, stop. Stop. Maybe you take that spot.
That's awesome.
Oh, both these guys are living. Perfect. So the last time I was in Moldova, I didn't have mamalinga, which is their Moldovan national dish. So today, we need 2 of them to make up for it. Restaurant La Placenta. See the waitress? Thank you. Let's see. Nice. Yeah, let's order. I'm starving. Can we get, how do you say it with the cabbage?
Oh, yeah. Putem să avem o plăcintă cu...
Învârtită?
Da,
Acestea sunt
învârtită cu-
învârtite, acestea sunt plăcite.
învârtită cu varză.
Ok?
Așa.
Alright, so my first dish is this traditional Moldovan chicken noodle soup, zamina. Check out the soup. Sorry. A little bit sour, a little sour cream in. It comes with this giant chili as well. Not bad. Give it 8 out of 10. Alright guys, all the food is here. What do we have? This is the cabbage. Oh, this looks nice. And of course with mamalinga, which is the polenta type corn. Scrambled eggs, cheese, and pork. Oh my god. And you got some sausages.
Some really big sausages, really long sausages.
Oh, nice.
These fries are interesting.
Yeah. I don't know what to try first, guys. Everything was good. Let me try this first. It's actually light, fluffy. It's not greasy at all, but it's very juicy. This is by far the best cabbage bakery item I've ever had. Everywhere else in the world, they're always so dry, but this is perfect. And for the main course, mamalinga. How do I eat this? Just like a bite of each?
Just dig in, yeah.
A little bit of egg, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of oil, a little bit of this, a little bit of meat. So good. So like, feels like my grandmother just hugged me. We have more food coming. Oh, cheese balls. Somali. Oh my god. Hot. Don't touch it.
It's hot.
And one more.
What's more?
Whoa.
Oh,
So we have these cabbage rolls that we're sharing. What, is this like a lasagna?
What is that?
Pancakes with chicken.
Is it pancakes? This is Moldovan pancakes.
Oh, like a crepe. Like a blieczki.
And this
Almost.
is exactly what you have. It's like polenta. It's
Oh,
mamalinga,
but
and
fried.
cheese on it.
Oh.
So guys, feel free to dig it.
Thank you.
What do you think?
Say it again? The borbati.
Poftă bună. Poftă bună.
Poftă bună.
Poftă bună.
Alright, this place is awesome, guys. Recommended. That was a great meal, guys. Thank you for the recommendation.
Yeah, not too bad. It's good. There's been a small crash, so we might get a little bit of a delay.
That's okay. We have time.
The incidents of Chișinău.
Alright, so in most places in Europe, when there's an accident, they can't legally move the cars at all, because they have to keep it in the same place until the cops come. So we're gonna try to go around this way. Easy, easy. Wow, I think none of these buses are able to go. That's why so many people are walking. I was wondering why there were like 1 trillion people walking up the street, but I think they were all on this bus and now past this truck. How crazy is that? That's definitely not a food truck. So this is the only little church we've seen. It's like a beautiful Orthodox church, but it's tiny. It's really small compared to other ones. And then I wonder if somebody painted this the Ukraine colors, the blue and the yellow. I kind of doubt they did because that looks really old, but they did. No clue. And man, this looks so Soviet. These Khrushchevkas here. This is how you know we're getting close to the train station, because everything comes really shit. Wow. Hotel Chișinău. Chișinău, Bucharest. Chișinău, Bucharest. How's it sound good?
Chișinău is definitely the city of surprise. Like, Would you have guessed that they have for instance? Like,
Yeah,
it's
what is that?
So random. It's the first time I've seen it. Some sort of bank or something. I suppose it has the exchange rates on it.
Oh yeah, maybe that's their
Central bank or something. I don't know.
the Wall Street, the Wall Street of Chișinău. Nice shopping center.
This is the 5th Avenue. Chișinău.
Oh wow, it's beautiful, this building. Is that the train station? No.
That is the train station.
Okay,
actually.
yeah.
I can't turn there because it's
alright. Oh, you see the mosaic on the wall? Building? Yeah.
Oh, there is actually. Want to go check it out?
Not particularly, but we can. We can scoot by if you want.
Let's just see because we can't turn there anyways. So.
People are still living here. And oh wow, it's a nice mosaic with the Viking on it. Whoa. Okay, that's awesome actually. I'm glad we stayed for that.
And there's another one. There's a painting as well. This is the.
Oh my
I think
God.
This is Stephen the Great.
Wow.
Yeah. It's definitely Stephen the Great.
Okay, what would Bolt say if he was here? What do you want to say on his behalf? Just making some bullshit like he does.
Guys, check it out. This is a Soviet mosaic of Chișinău. I don't know. That's all I know. I can't know British accent.
Well, welcome to the train station. I feel like I've been here before, even though I did. I was here because I got off the train from Bucharest once. So not to leave here, but to come here.